The events portrayed in this film are all true. The names are real names of real people in real organizations. Oh, how's it going, everybody? White as I here, and I'm doing a commentary for The Return of the Living Dead, my favorite zombie movie of all time. I know that's definitely I would have to say somewhat of a controversial opinion. Most people would probably go with a Romero movie or something new like the new 2004 version of Day of the Dead or something like that, but or Walking Dead or something. But I believe this is probably the best horror movie, one of the best horror movies of all time. But I think by far, hands down, the best zombie movie. It takes everything we know about zombies and flips it on its head. Really, uh, subverts your expectations in a good way. Oh yeah, and here we are with Ernie. Yeah, Ernie and Freddy here, played by James Karen, and oh god, I forgot his name. I'm gonna get killed now. I better put up the old IMDb. Tom Matthews. That's it. See, that's without the old IMDb
Very
there.
good.
But these two work extremely well as each other. I mean, they're so good that the only two to come back in the sequel, which is okay. The sequel is okay. One of the best things about the sequel is it has Bobby Briggs from fucking Twin Peaks in it, which is kind of funny to see now. But it's fun. It's definitely not like this, but it's okay. It's something I watch once in a while. It's nothing compared to this one now. One second here. India. Oh, this another creepy thing. In the commentary of this movie, the director Dan O'Bannon says there apparently was they get skeletons from India like for like really cheap, a lot cheaper than plastic ones. And I guess after this movie, he put this whole thing in about skeleton farms in India. Then a few months later, this fucking law came to be in India where they stopped exporting skeletons. And it might have been the fact that there was probably people harvested for their skeletons, which is very scary. A lot of little scary things in this movie that aren't in the open that you really have to dig to get to. It doesn't really give you time to think about it because so much is going on. Like especially right here, just a lot of crazy stuff going with him showing them all the stuff and the split dogs right there. The fresh cadavers. I always love that line. And this is definitely not how they store bodies, but I love the idea that they do this, that they would just put hooks in the ears and like kind of hang them by the head. That'd probably put some stress on the neck or whatever, but it's just visually creepy. And I love this. All practical, just fake frost. This is not a cold room. This is just a regular room they had to make look like it was a cold room. And they did a good job. I buy it. I mean, when you literally look at it, you're like, okay, that's a little over the top. But it's still, because you can see the wood paneling, basically. But it looks fine. I mean, it's still, like, it's good enough. It's fast enough where it works. Oh, one second here. Look alive. Ooh. Yeah. I just did a picture with these guys with bands that they would represent the genres over their head on the Return of the Living Dead fan page on Facebook, and it's got a lot of likes. It got like 800 likes, I think. So it's like pretty good. Oh, way to go! So self-congratulating shit. Oh, and I love this cast too. They all work well together, and it's I know I say that all the time, but I love movies that have a great like actors that really go give it their all. And the reason why they work so well is apparently Dan O'Bannon had them rehearse for like a few weeks before they started shooting, so they definitely already had everything down, and just it just totally works with them. You feel like they're friends. It feels natural. Seeing weird things go. This is a great scene. Yeah, fucking James Cameron over here, he just really chews up the scenery. He does a really good job. Right at night, he all gets his facial expressions into it. But I love how Tom Matthews here fucking really stands toe to toe with this veteran actor. It's a shame they didn't do more movies together, just like anything, comedy, drama maybe or something like that. Would have totally watched that. These two in a road movie, a buddy road movie, that would be hysterical, like a Tommy Boy. It would work. Excuse me for a minute. Just kind of jump around as if we're live. This is definitely one of my favorite, probably my favorite intro for a movie. These first like 10 minutes just fly by. Like they give you so much story, and it just like, whoa, it just hits you so fast, but it's so entertaining at the same time. Love the detail in here. Bowling trophies, pictures of the half corpses, for medical reasons, not some sick shit. Office papers mixed with maybe a few dirty pictures, and of course the we'll see later, the bird is a slave driving son of a bitch eye exam poster. Portation, typical army fuck up. And no, I never noticed as a kid when I first saw this movie. Like I said, there's so many deeper elements to this movie, like the army and like essentially what they choose to do, like at the end, which, I might as well give it away. I mean, you're probably not watching this without watching the movie first, but, them deciding to just nuke the city without really thinking about what they are doing, just kind of like going off knee-jerk reaction, of course. So, like I said, some dirty pictures, Ready? Corpses. Like he hangs the tongue out. But I like I said, Ernie here is definitely a jokester, a prankster. He's the old guy that likes hanging with the young kids and likes like really getting to know them and like making them feel welcome. It makes him feel young at heart. I love this. Of course, see, that's funny. Military and politics. Nixon. A poster of Nixon right next to the tanks. There's a lot of little like I guess you would say like hidden oh jeez, I don't know. I guess just hidden elements that have deeper meaning. That would freak me the fuck out. I don't think I'd be like, oh, whoa, hey. I'd be like, oh, fuck. And this is classic, too. A nice jab at the Army.
Leak? Hell no. These things were made by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
Right when it fucking leaks. And, and that's the great intro right there. Now we have everything set up. He was about to leave. His friends are going to pick him up. His wife is expecting him home for dinner. And they do this just out of nowhere, just real fast, probably before they were wrapping up. And now the end of the world has happened, essentially. I love this effect, too. It's totally, you can tell it was done, like, sped up right there. Corpse breaking out, of course. I watched this with some people who are like, why don't you think he ate, like, the two guys? It's like, because they were totally infected, with that fucking... They're getting hit with all the fucking... with as much as that chemical as you could possibly get hit with. So, like, they are totally fucked. Like, it would have been interesting, too bad if they weren't mobile enough for them to just go and walk out and try to get help for everybody else, because the zombies probably wouldn't have like even touched them. Probably would just walked right by them. But of course, they were screaming in agony and pain. So yeah, it just didn't work out that way. The time they had was spent trying to just cover up, and yeah, it didn't work out for them. Oh, this is great too. This whole he's just moving around. He's starting to freak out. John Russo. John Russo is the one of the producer, not the producer, but one of the writers of the film. He actually wrote this as a like intended sequel for the original Night of the Living Dead, and it was going to be a lot different. It was going to be like anytime someone dies, there's a ritual where they like stab them, like have to spike them in the head so they don't come back. Kind of like what they did for vampires and like medieval times, in Transylvania or whatever, Romania, and just like how society worked, kind of pretty much like Walking Deadish. But they decided not to go on that route, and it would have been interesting. I know there's the novel. I haven't read it yet, but I still do want to get it and read it. And it's I'm glad they didn't do that. I mean, it would have been interesting. It's not like, oh, we missed something, or oh, that's stupid. I mean, we eventually did get that pretty much with Walking Dead, but I think it would have competed a little too much on with Romero and like stepped on his toes in his movies already. So it's best just to go a different direction, and thank God they did. Thank God they did. I had them for lunch. I love that. She's like, God damn it. And everybody, oh, look at the computer. It's like, yeah, it's the 80s. I mean, what the fuck do you expect? Well, one thing, I guess I'll talk about the first time I watched this movie. I heard about it from my brother who watched it with one of his friends, and he said he's like, oh, I just watched this really scary movie. We'll have to rent it. I think probably just rented it from the same place that his friend rented from, and which was a place called Movies to Go. It was my movie place, but anyway, we rented it, and I remember we watched it kind of later at night, at like probably 10, 11, and I loved it. I was like, oh my god, like this is awesome. I must have been like 8, 9. Probably 9, 10. I'm gonna say 9, 10. 9, 10. So yeah, I watched it, loved it. I was like, oh, I want to watch it again. So we watched it again, and I believe we even watched it one more time because I think the sun was just about coming up. Like it was starting to get light outside, and there was this thing where it was light outside, and it's the very end where the sun's rising too. It's the beginning of the 4th of July, and there's a shot of those zombies kind of waiting for the bomb to go off. And I don't know what it was. It just really creeped me out of nowhere. I just got really freaked out. I was like, ugh. Just got scared. Like that, it just really got to me because I was just thinking, man, if they were here right now, we'd be fucking dead. We'd be toast. They would just barge into our house and kill us, eat our brains. Nice little spot there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Missed another thing. The music they played there was not in the actual original version. It was "Deadbeat Dance" by The Damned, which they do use the which I don't know why they're allowed to use that, but not the other rest of the song. But whatever, it's doesn't matter. It's it kind of sucks they don't have it, but it's, hey, whatever. The song they use is a little bit more glam metal-y to me, but whatever, Not as punk, but there's a couple new wave songs in this soundtrack. More like one new one, but it still doesn't matter. I love that car. Who cares? I'm really surprised nobody's trying to redo that. Well, I'm sure somebody has. There's probably some Die Hard fan somewhere who did it my way. I love the idea of the punks in this, having punks in here, just because they're already outside of society, and now they're the first ones to have to confront this fucking new society that wants to once again devour, kind of like Night of the Living Dead. Well, because it is somewhat of a it is a sequel. It's like a spin-off sequel. I heard that. Old Brian Peck. Old Scuzz. Good name. We'll get into that a little later. And here they are waking up. Igloo water. That's funny. In case of igloo water. Paint. Probably getting all fucked up even off those paint fumes. I'm all like the paint fumes after this got doused in a devastating chemical. Which I found out the chemical, the 2,4,5 trioxin, is actually half the ingredients to Agent Orange. It was a chemical used for warfare in Vietnam. Devastating results that really brought a painful death among people who were unfortunate enough to come across it. But I was really shocked. I was like, wow, once again, little things that, you don't think about, that you think, they probably just made something up. And no, this is a real chemical that would fuck you up. That they did spray on crops to de-leaf them for some reason, maybe to get, yield bigger crops. Or if they say it's sprayed on marijuana, yield bigger buds. CIA, that sounds like some CIA shit, yielding bigger buds and selling it to get more money. Like I said, that CIA, Army, secret skeleton factories, farms, societies, it's like there's already a bunch of things they've kind of hinted at already. It's funny. I always like the fact that he uses Lysol. I was like, that's funny. And it turns out they thought they were going to have an issue with that when they looked at it. I go, shit, we better check. And then Lysol was like, no, we like the idea that our product would cover up the scent of death. It's like, that's funny. Oh, this part made me a little sad when I was a kid. I was like, oh god, that's terrible. This half dog, this poor dog. And of course now it's fucking hilariously terrifying. Oh my god. Oh no. Here he goes. He picks it up. Oh fucking A. That's terrible. Of course, this is what fucking really fucking Ernie's decision to Frank just to fucking fucking pound its head in. Which did nothing. Now the dog's in pain. It's terrible. That's another chilling scares him, that corpse cadaver screaming and with the door closed. I love how they're so freaked out. Look at it. The butterflies moving. That's so great. And that was just done by them waving a fan at it. That's creative filmmaking. And there it is. The bird is a slave driving son of a bitch.
Stupid asshole! Watch your tongue,
If you like this job, like this job. They use that same. They use those same lines in the second one. Have a reputation. Fuck your reputation. Yes. No, that's the army. You don't want that, yeah. And imagine if they did call. Would we have a different movie? Would the army actually try to contain? Because it does seem like the reason why they blow it up is because it's already out amongst the public. It is contained in this building right now. I think we would have had a different film where they would have come and taken these guys, and more than likely they would have ended up in some tanks. But that would be an interesting movie, actually. Oh, shit. And Linnea Quigley here. Looking very punk. And which is natural because she was actually in a punk band. She toured with,
I wonder,
fucking
what would
the
be the most
Germs, I think the
horrible way
Cramps
to
and stuff like
die?
that. So she's hardcore. She's the real deal. It's not too much acting going on with her right now. Well, I don't know if she acted like that essentially, but she probably picked her outfit and everything. I'm getting distracted here. I'm sorry. I love that statue behind him too. The graveyard is fantastic. They just run every headstone they could possibly find and just throw them in there. Oh shit! And now Linnea's getting naked. Probably one of the highlights of the movie, especially for a young me. First time I saw this, I was kind of like, "Whoa, what is this?" because I was a fan of punk and metal and stuff when I was really little, like early. You know, Enter Sandman. I was a big fan of Metallica as a kid, and just there was my neighborhood had a lot of punks, so we listened to a lot of punks from their older brothers and older sisters. Oh damn! And ah, damn. Oof, she's got some great leggings on her. And here comes Bert. One of my favorite characters in the whole movie is actually Bert. He's always been one of my favorites. Is Clue, because he just comes in and he's just like, all right, let's fucking get this done so we can go back and let's just, Bert just wants to fucking get everything back to normal. Let's forget this happened. Why Bert kept these eggs when he had a chance to take them back? Maybe he just felt the army would fucking shut down his business, so he's like, whatever, we'll just hold on to them, which is came back to bite him in the ass. But yeah, I like Bert. He's no bullshit. When a problem comes along, he faces it head on. But unfortunately, it doesn't work out for him. He thinks of something, but it backfires most of the time.
How do I know, Fred? I don't know. Let me think.
That's not a bad question, Bert. Great line. How do you kill something that's already dead? Oh, yes. I love how this movie's so fucking meta, too. Like, they're hinting at George Romero. Now, I think some people are thinking this is kind of like a stab at George Romero, kind of like, oh, look, like, our zombies are tougher, our zombies are crazier than his. And it's like, that might be true. I mean, this is the 80s. You want to one-up, like, a lot of people one-upped and stuff like this, especially if George Romero and John Russo, the two producers of the original, had such a long legal battle for the movie. Maybe it did create a little bit of tension and bad blood, or maybe they were like, we're gonna go a little different, George. So maybe he told them, hey, we're going a different direction. Hopefully you don't take it seriously, or didn't say anything. Just I don't know, but I want to think, yeah, it probably was, but it's in the benefit of the film that they went in a different direction. He's just all fucking naked and painted like a greenish yellow. He looks so sick. Like he looks contaminated. Even though I'm sure that's what he looked before. He just looks dead. Looks decayed, I should say. And here's a great shot with that axe coming down. Oh! And I love how he just screams in what seems like pain. Like, it does seem like when you hurt them, they get hurt. Which is another element that's different from the George Romero zombies. Is you could fucking go at them with a chainsaw. They're not screaming or anything. They're just trying to still come at you. But you come at them with a saw or something here, they're actually right here, hacksawing his head off. You can kind of hear that the vocal holds not wanting this to happen. And oh man. Right here you can actually see, which is supposed to be a headless corpse. He's gonna fall and you're gonna see his head right there. And yeah, it's no big deal. They shot that in such a way that the whole extended torso doesn't look so bad at all, I don't think. Just having that shit in the foreground really helps out. Smart filmmaking, once again. And that's another thing let's talk about. It's the filmmaker, Dan O'Bannon, who, his claim to fame was, he was part of that film school, like USC, I think. I don't know if it was USC, but with John Carpenter and all those guys from that's the new Hollywood pretty much. And he wrote a script for Alien that was got rewritten and taken over by a director that made it better. He just I haven't read his original script for Alien, but I'm more than confident that it was probably made better by Ridley Scott and the guy who rewrote it. That being said, I think karma kind of came back around not even karma, but something came back around and had Dan O'Bannon come and rewrite this script and direct it and make it better. Take this script that was probably okay and made it way better, and just made a better movie out of the script. So, which is kind of cool. I think that's one thing that no one really points out, that Dan O'Bannon kind of gets his redemption here from. There's a behind Bert here is a topless woman, and I wonder if it's Jewel Shepard, because I know she did a lot of nudity and stuff. It kind of looks like her, which would kind of be funny because she didn't want to be nude in the movie. So that kind of seems like it's a way they're kind of getting back at her. Like, oh, okay, like you don't have to be nude in the movie. And speaking of nudity, there's Linnea just bent over showing her ass, and then, goddamn. She's got a nice body. Scram went back. Oh yeah, Suicide. Let's talk about Suicide. He is so fucking cool. Like, he just looks so fucking awesome. Like, every guy who watches this movie probably like, that's who I'd be. I'd be fucking Suicide. Like, yes, he's got the chains. He's got the spikes. Sniper. He's got a sniper academy, like army, one shot, one kill shirt on. He's really fucking hardcore. He's badass. Played very well by Mike something, right? Mark Veneretti. Sorry, I fucked that up. But whatever. He was in another movie. Another horror movie the same year, which was fucking Friday 13th Part 5. He's the guy who chops up that one guy's like, you want the chocolate? You want... oh, if that's the way you feel about it, and just fucking chops him up. It's funny. Oh, yeah. Got Weekend at Bernie's over here. Don Calfa, yeah. He's great. I knew him first from Weekend at Bernie's, so when I saw this, I was like, whoa, it's the guy from Weekend at Bernie's. How many times am I going to see Weekend at Bernie's? I like his pipe right there. And here's a nice introduction, like just him working on, late at night, doing a few more, doing some corpse that he's preparing for, I'm sure, a funeral that's probably going to be buried in that cemetery, or was going to be buried in that cemetery. Now, when I first saw this, I thought they were going to have this zombie come to life and be a threat from the inside, but that does not happen, unfortunately. Actually, this guy's lucky. He gets to stay dead. He gets to stay blissfully in peace. But then again, they said that being dead, you feel yourself rot. So maybe he's actually in a worse place than the zombies. Big old cup of coffee in a stainless steel bowl. Huh. Breaking out the rigor mortis. I love that bruise on the side of the corpse. Come here. Sorry, I like to read the script, as they say. A little foreshadowing with the rigor mortis. Starts in the brain and goes in the muscles. Loosens up after a while.
You can
break it out.
Manually, as they say.
Oh, I love the creaks. Yeah, Bert's like, I love the creaks of the bones and the muscle. Well, he's dead. I like how he just let him in. It's like, yeah, come on. Oh, I'm sorry. I was kind of watching the movie there for a minute. Sorry. I love this movie. It's really good. Really entertaining. Couple of my men. Oh, goddamn. I love how they already started working on Freddy and Ernie, or I'm sorry, Bert. He just seems like they already seem like they're sick. They're kind of already kind of winded from carrying this corpse over there in pieces.
What the hell is in those bags?
Rabid weasels. There's goddamn. That's another thing about this movie. There's so many quotable lines in this movie. It's fucking fantastic. That's one of them. Rabid weasels. I love how the bags are just moving around. The body's just like moving in these bags. Rabies? See, they look really sick already. Take on pound. I like how Bert and Freddy are sick, but they're so engaged in the situation. They're kind of so like, oh, we fucked up. Like, they're so like wanting to help cover this up. They're really not taking the time to think about why they're feeling sick. Burn animal alive. That's fucking terrible. Yeah, it is. Which is funny, burning animals alive, because I'm pretty sure Ernie's Ernie Cottonbong or something. Cartonbong. 1 second, let's see the name. It doesn't say in here, but he's listening to German music and he's got all this kind of Nazi propaganda in the back, and he's got a Luger. Like, I don't know if he's supposed to be, and he's a he knows medical like shit, and if he's supposed to be a Nazi or Nazi sympathizer, or maybe he's just really into World War II or something. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. They bring up the oven, and their crematorium looks like fucking the doors from Auschwitz, which is really creepy. Another creepy thing. Another heavy thing that's kind of lightly hinted at in this movie. I love that effect of the arm grabbing him. Simple stuff. Quick shots. Like, yeah, I think that's like Ava Braun in the corner and shit. Oh. And there's Jules Shepard, who, man, was she another just gorgeous woman. Like, she looks great in this movie, too. Linnea Steele's the same because she gets nude, but if Jewel were to get nude, too, in this film, she would take all the attention away for sure. She's very, very attractive woman.
Oh, come on.
Oh, God, look at those legs.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, and also we can mention the rest of the cast here. Beverly Randolph right here. She only did a few things after this. She actually liked something I did on the Facebook group for this movie, the fan base for this movie, the page, and I thought that was really cool. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Someone from the movie likes something I did in honor of the movie. And who else we got here? We have Miguel Nuez, who was also in Friday the 13th Part 5. So him and Mark Venturini were in the same movie, once again, in the same year. Worked twice. And who plays... Yeah, John Philbin plays Chuck. He's in a couple other things you might recognize. I can't think of it right away. And after that would be Brian Peck, who plays Scuzz. Yeah, Brian Peck. We'll get to that later. Anyway, this shot here in the commentary, right here where it's kind of far away, like we just see her in this abandoned thing. The director said he wanted to kind of make it feel like she was like how alone she was, even though we can see some headlights back there over here, but it doesn't work as well. I think he acknowledges that. He's like, we should have went like camera over the shoulder, like really like with creep along with her till this place she doesn't know, like she hasn't been to yet, and it's dark and there's a monster in there waiting for her. That's one thing I agree with. They definitely could have changed. This is a pretty big favor. Oh god, I love this scene. I fucking love. He takes the time just to fucking, like, takes precious moments of this, cuts that away, just so he's like, might as well just fucking even this out. And I love how, right here, they're just kind of interacting with each other, like, hey, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know, like, we better get ready to think of something to do.
All right, let's take care of your problem.
Just like, alright, 30 seconds of just kind of, he needs time to think, just, let me just do this real fast, and let me get comfortable, and we'll do this. They're gonna owe me a big one. Buddy boy, god damn, I love the way they interact. Buddy boy, just, that is shit I used to hear when I was a kid, just guys, the old men back in the day, back when I was a kid, the old men back then would say stuff like that. Buddy boy, hey pal, hey friend, could you come here and help me? You know, stuff like that. Split dogs go to. Yeah, help him out. Jesus. Oh, I love this. I could operate that goddamn thing. I love how James Cameron made Dan O'Bannon do that one shot. He's like, it'll be fucking 10 seconds. And that gave him a way to have a way out. Like, he when he kills himself and does the same thing, essentially, which is, he acknowledges, we'll get to that later. Get to that later. With Brian Peck, we'll get just like Brian Peck, we'll get to that later. And I love this, how this chemical, it's a chemical. Like, no matter what you do, you can't get rid of it. Like, alright, well, it was on this thing's, now it's gonna float up into the atmosphere when it's about to rain. I don't think it causes it to rain. I think they're just unfortunate enough to be in weather, in rainy weather, pretty much. Maybe it did cause it to rain, but I would say, I would like to think no. They were just, it's an unfortunate set of circumstances. Like, of all nights this could have happened, it would happen on a rainy night. Another great shot there. Right there was supposed to be a very faint, like, light of the city, you know, like in the distance. Couldn't really see it, though. They just couldn't get that shot off. But it still looks good. You still get what's going on. Chemicals up. It's in the rain. Now the rain's going and it's soaking through the fucking earth, getting to the corpses. The shit's about to go down. See what I mean? Like, goddamn, we're already 40 minutes in, pretty much, and I feel like I've only been sitting here for like 15 minutes. Goddamn, this movie goes at a breakneck pace. I love it. I love that. I get kind of tired of sitting on long movies like that just take a little too much time sometimes, and I don't think they need to. Like, you don't need to take this much time. Like, I don't think there's any reason for you to. Or if they do, it's like, it's nice to watch that once in a while. But I just love this boom, 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 boom. But this is happening, now this is going to happen, now this is happening. Just hitting up, kind of like the Blob remake, where something just keeps constantly happening. The plot is constantly going, and every like 10 minutes, I would say so. It almost feels like every 5 minutes something different is happening in this movie. The only movie I can think where shit moves faster and like is paced faster is probably like Natural Born Killers. A movie that feels like it's only 45 minutes when it's definitely like I would say good 95 minutes, maybe 100 minutes. I love this effect too. It works out. This worked really well. Love it on the shoes. That's all it needs. Strong enough to bring them around. Like how people are like, how did they break through? It's like, the rain is acid, so it ate through the goddamn wood. So now they gave them like Kill Bill 2. They were able to break their ass out of there. How terrible would that be? You're dead, and then you wake up and you're starving for brains, and you're in a coffin. You gotta dig your way out. That would have been scary. That, like, now that they finally calmed down, like, oh, we got it taken care of. Now they have finally realized, oh fuck, we're sick. Like, I'm not good at all.
Me too. I got the chills. It's that stuff, Bert. It's that goddamn stuff we breathe.
Goddamn stuff we breathed. I love this. Right up here. Oh, Christ. The way he says that reminds me of, like, my dad when we'd be like, Did you break this? Like, yeah. Oh, Christ. Like, look, just out there, right while this is all going down, like, just a few moments before all these fucking corpses come out, like, they were just right out there, like, you know. Oh, man. I love this. I love now we're getting paramedics. Oh, God, there's the thunder and lightning. Resurrection, we're sooner home. Over here? Like, where's over here, asshole? The back to the embalming room. Poisoned. We have 2 men poisoned.
Right. Thank you very much.
I love that. Bert, they're on the way.
Bert, they're on the way.
God damn it. That's good acting. I mean, all he was doing was talking on the phone to himself, and it just works. With that lightning, you're just like, oh shit. Great shot right here. Another thing, too, is a lot of movies do the stereotypical, like, zombies coming out of the grave, like, but I don't think it's done with as energy and as pace as this one is done with. Look at that, breaking through. Now, this is supposed to be kind of like a ant farm, like, shot right there. I didn't really notice that at first. I just thought he was kind of crawling on the ground, which he was, but just a few more things in the foreground, I think, would have helped sell that shot. Still, a really creative idea, though. I'm not shitting on that. Look at the skeletons from India. Those are real human beings they have on the ground. Where's Freddy's hat? Oh my god. Maybe Freddy's down here. Even though he's not responding to me in any way, shape, or form. Oh, third step. She's a bitch. I love how they, once again, they mentioned in the first 3 minutes of the movie, and it's going to get paid off now in a few more minutes. You can see the bloody handprint on the side. I'm actually watching this on a DVD that I ripped on my computer. And on my Blu-ray, you can see that a lot better, that detail a lot better. I actually can't wait for my new 4K coming soon. Ooh, it's going to be awesome. Oh, shit. And this is another great zombie effects right there. That's so unreal that the guy who did this, I forget his name, I'm going to have to look it up, but he's so thin, like, it's crazy how well it looks. It looks fan-fucking-tastic, like, very great. Oh, come on, I gotta find his name here somewhere. He's somewhere. Oh, I guess I can't find him. Oh, no big deal. Okay, well, here's what it is. But yeah, he does a fantastic job, and really good. It's great that they decided to hire a stuntman instead of they hired an actor instead of a stuntman that was originally supposed to be cast. Yeah, a stuntman wouldn't bring any life into this character like an actor would. And you can tell he gave him a walk, he gave him a breathing pattern, a very like he's got no lungs left, so he's really got to fucking take in as much he can, even though he's dead. I think he's just like out of habit, like like because they have to talk, so they can't talk without getting something to push it out. Through that door. Oh shit, and here we go with our first kill. Fantastic. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, brutal. And it's great that he takes out the one guy that you would think would survive through it. Because he seems so badass, and like he's the first one taken out. More brains. And another thing is, in the original audio, like, print of, like, the VHS, and I think the original film, that zombie, Tarman, has more of a, brains. Like, it's not burns, it's brains. And then, more brains. It's like, it's creepier, I think, that way than the Cookie Monster brains. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever, whatever. They did it for whatever reason. I still love the movie. It doesn't matter. Oh, here, I love the paramedics in this too. They have, even the paramedics who are only in this for like 2 minutes have great lines. I don't know why they're great, but they just are. One line. Oh, I guess they don't have great lines. I guess they get one great line, which is room temperature. Also, no blood pressure, no pulse. Oh, that's creepy. They're not getting any vital signs at all. They're already dead. Their brain is just functioning on some like crazy level, like they've no one knows why. God, that would suck. What do you mean, no blood pressure, no pulse? What'd you get? 70? 70 what?
What do you have?
70. 70 what?
70 degrees.
Well, what's that?
Room temperature.
Room temperature.
I love that. They're just looking. I'm like, what? That brings a bucket up. Oh, God. And right there, they bring in the original audio, like just to geek out on you. They bring in the Tall Boy song in a lot earlier. It would be playing already. And the DVD, right, I'm watching. And I'm sure that just the copy we all have now in general, it brings it in like right here, I think. Yeah, there it is. Great song. Great soundtrack too. This song really kicks ass. Tall Boys, Take a Walk. Really cool. Really cool. Just running. They go all the places they go back. Why the fuck would you go back to the graveyard? Oh, I guess they cut through to get to the their car. Cool, classic. Oh, that's great. That's great. that skeleton. I know they weren't happy with it, but I don't care. I think it works great because we get these shots too, where they're creepy as fuck. They're just coming right out of the grave. God. Sorry, I'm gonna stay. I'm staying a little quiet here, but I love this scene. Great music, great 45. Probably the unofficial like theme song. It's party time for this movie. Yeah, that was great. That was good foreshadowing with her, a bunch of dirty old men and biting and eating me alive, and that's what happens to her. Are you saying we're dead?
Dead people don't move around and talk.
I was like that. Well, what the fuck are they doing? Oh, I love that little part too with Bert, like kind of trying to comfort Tommy, like in a way, like almost you can tell, like I am so sorry, kid, that this happened. Like that happens with Bert. He's very very regretful that he did something so like kind of just dumb. But you know, it's not something you're thinking about. You're gonna bring about the end of the world. Shut up and listen, man. I love the screaming. Screaming out of the ground. I love this movie. Oh, fucking the running zombies too. I like running zombies when they're done right. This movie and the Dawn of the Dead remake, I did them the most right. Only because that Dawn of the Dead remake was more actiony, so it works better for that. This, it works just because they're so rabid with hunger and they want these brains that they're just running out like, they're like drug addicts essentially, which works for the 80s. Let the crack epidemic and shit like that. I mean, it just works. They work in this. They're scary too, and I love how they're intelligent. They plan attacks. Oh, they just waited right there. That's so scary. Well, that's a great shot. Love this. You can see them I love how they just open their mouths so wide and just go at them. Like, just tell they want to take chunks out of them. And you know what I mean? Fucking movie is just going. We're almost an hour in, so we pretty much only have like 30 minutes left, and it just, holy shit, it just keeps going and going.
Mister, there's 100 of those things out there.
100?
100?
Great line. The screen, the lines just get on top of each other. The quotable lines, they're just everywhere in this script. Where the fuck is the phone? Oh shit. Just throws the phone. That'd be freaky. Get your keys and get your ass out of here. Yeah. Miguel Nuez is a good actor. He's in a lot of other movies. He actually had a pretty damn good career in the 90s. Lots of good movies. Of course, I said lots of good movies I can't think of. But one I can think of right away was Life, where he plays Bernie Mac's lover in the jail. And it does a good job. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. He's funny, isn't it? Of course, classic right here. Very shocking. Boom! Just chowing down on the brains. Now, apparently, in the behind the scenes, they said that guy is a little person they got, and he just came to the set and he just got drunk as fuck, and he started doing the scene. So right there, when he was running, not only is he kind of impaired, he probably would have walked better, but he got all fucked up, so he looked like he could barely like fucking stand. That was pretty funny. Bert is all fucked. Ernie's all fucked up from me. He's like, oh my god. I mean, oh no, the paramedic, he didn't get the keys, he just turned on the light. Dun, 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 dun. And here we get the Cramps with Surfing Dead. I love the Cramps, one of my favorite punk bands. And here's another almost unofficial theme song, but I would have to say Graves 45's Party is definitely... Party Time is really the unofficial theme song. Boom, 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 boom. Help me! Yeah, seriously. Like, what the fuck are you doing? That's so scary. And that's like, there's your callback to Night of the Living Dead, is them being in here and having their arms come through and try to go, oh, that's... When I first saw this, I was so excited. I was just like, holy shit, like, are they going to get in? What's going on? Like, and with the music, I just thought it was so fucking cool. Like, one thing is, and speaking of cool, one of my favorite directors of all time, Quentin Tarantino, he's been quoted online, you can find it on here, I'll post it, I'm sure soon enough, of him saying that he never saw this movie because of political reasons, because he wasn't a fan of Dan O'Bannon and George Russo. I think he's more in the George Romero camp. He's like, no, George Romero is the guy, like, he's a director's guy. He likes the directors. I mean, he is one. But I think he was going with George Miller, wrong. No, George Romero. And he said he didn't watch this movie, and he thought, like, what he heard of it, he thought was stupid. He's like, just eating brains and stuff. He's like, that's dumb. That doesn't make any sense. And if somehow, Mr. Tarantino, if you're listening to this, I love you. And I respectfully, if you want to watch this movie, I respectfully wish that you'd watch this movie. And if you want, you could watch it here with me. And, we can hang out, drink something. Watch the movie, see what you think, and if you want, we can, pick a couple movies and we can watch them together, But seriously, watch it if you get the chance. Give it a shot. You shouldn't let politics interfere with art. I think some people are disagreeing with me on the politics and art thing, but hey, whatever. But fucking Bert knows what's going on. He's like, the chemical soaked in the graveyard, and now the corpse. He's like, fuck, you read the script? Oh, that is true. He does know. He's like, oh, well, it's obviously from this chemical, but I don't know how we got it out. He probably thinks it got out from the initial release and not knowing that he's responsible for this next wave of dead things coming back to life. What did I do to you, Freddy? Freddy and Tina, by the way, isn't that funny? Just a year before this movie, another movie called Nightmare on Elm Street came out, where there's Freddy Krueger and Tina, who he fucking rips apart. So they're obviously Bert, Ernie, Tina, Freddy. There's a lot of little connections here. I bet you there's a few other ones that we probably just aren't putting together too. That's rigor mortis. rigor mortis is setting in. That's what I say when when I get hard. Looks like rigor mortis is setting in. Dead. You're dead, man.
You're gonna turn into one of those things out there!
No, no. He said you're dead. He didn't say you're 10. Anyone get it? Because, Brian Peck, 10-year-olds. Alright, might as well. No, well, wait. We'll bring that up a little later. We'll hold off on the Brian Peck thing if you don't know. I love how they, of course, they sent out some paramedics. Well, where are they? Well, let's bring some more. Boom. Boom. Fucking setup trap. Perfect. I love how they tackle those fuckers, too. They don't fucking just, gang up on them and then, slowly bring them around. They fucking, oh, shit. And here comes another iconic zombie. We get the Tarman. We're lucky enough to get Tarman. And then we get another iconic zombie here, the half-woman. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, God. An old woman. Oh, got his ass. Boom. I love how they chop her in half. Boom. Boom. I mean, one thing I don't like about Scuzz's death is that he only took one bite. He really should have taken a few more bites. She should have really been able to chomp. She should have got some brain, I think, personally. He just seems like he wouldn't be dead. He would be like, fuck. He'd be screaming in pain. And they should have had dealt with him as well. Maybe they just fucking throw him outside. That'd be fucked up. But, something like that. It would make him unlikable, though, if they just sacrificed him. But, yeah. Scuzz, really, if he was attacked, he should have been made a zombie, but, hey. Maybe it takes long. Some people it takes longer. I mean, Linnea Quigley hasn't turned yet. Nice little surprise for the last 20 minutes as Linnea comes back. Oh, another great scene. The woman who actually does the voice for this zombie here was actually in an episode of fucking Quantum Leap. She plays the head waitress of this bar where Sam is playing piano as a piano man. Yes. Good shit. I like how we get. Okay. Why do we?
Not people.
Brains. Now she says they eat brains because the guy who made the look for the zombies, I forget his name, but he's also him and Dan O'Bannon thought it would be a great idea for them to want the endorphins in the brain to help with their pain of dying. Endorphins are natural brain killers. So they brain killers are natural painkillers. I love the spinal fluid right there.
It
makes the pain go away. So they want brains for the endorphins. I love that idea. I mean, I don't see why Tarantino, I think Tarantino's not giving its fair share here. They eat more than the brains, but the brain is the main thing. I love that. They're like drug addicts, essentially. Once again, they're drug addicts. She's got pink hair, even though it's red, but it's pink. She could be mistaken for some crazy homeless woman on the streets of Skid Row in Los Angeles. Oh fuck! Oh, that's another thing I like about these zombies is you can't kill these fuckers. You gotta burn them completely. So you can't win against these zombies. You really can't win. You can only fucking drop bombs on them, which is only gonna land you right back where you started. Even worse. Really. Because it just creates more. It brings back the ones that are already fucked up. And then it's gonna create new ones. Whoever's there. And here's Linnea's return. with the rain coming back once again. No one really brings that up sometimes. That the rain falls once again. It just created even more zombies now, actually. I don't know how this guy isn't fucking totally wet and totally fucking just like... So this guy, was he picking up like a can? I remember showing my friends all this. They always love this scene. Like, oh, look at that bum, he's all like, oh shit. You can tell our face is all fucked up though. He must be terrified, yeah. EMS. Dino police station, that's probably somewhere. Some office building they got to use. Cover up with a map, fuck it. I like how all the friends are different, like, genres. Like, he's obviously, like, more of a ska, new wave dude. I would say she's new wave and, like, Joan Jett kind of, like, go-go's kind of party, you know, fun, punk. She's not really, like, hardcore. But, you know, I think if they're supposed to be in Kansas City... Or, sorry, if they're supposed to be in Louisville, Kentucky, Kansas City, I don't know why I thought Kansas City. If they're supposed to be in Louisville, you know, there must not be as many punks and new wavers and everything, so they all kind of have to stick together. Like, I grew up, when I was in high school, I know a lot of guys kind of like that weren't, like, metal or punk fans or stuff like that, but, you know, we all kind of grew up with each other, so it didn't matter, but we all had our different, like, music genres we liked, but we still hung out together. So I like that. They're not all just like the same kind of punks. Like, in movies today, they would make them goths. They like to make them goths, or the new thing now is making them black metal fans. So they can give them the makeup and everything like that. And it's like, that's too easy. It's like, you know, make them like, yeah, hey. Like different kind of genre fans. Oh, they're so I love this. And Bert's gone. Yeah, he's done. He's gone. Freddy's about to go too. And I like how they move him to the church, or they move him to the chapel. So they almost get it like, you know, they get to make a peace with God somewhat, you know what I mean? Before they're turned into these awful things. Oh yeah, once again, here they are, gonna come up with another thing. Oh, you know what? I did not mention the thing about Brian Peck, did I? Well, I might as well bring it up right now. These cops are about to get fucking killed, so... That's the same thing, though. They set up... Anyone who comes in here gets swallowed up. Brian Peck, was, arrested for, sexual assault of a kid, apparently. Twice, apparently. And it's something that the fans of the Return of the Living Dead franchise don't talk about. And I don't know if it's because they want to keep it secret, or if they just like don't want to acknowledge it, or people don't know about it. But, you know, I think some people should know about it if you go, because I know he's a really big advocate of this movie. He really loves it. He's always at the expos and everything. So I just think if anyone's, you know, I know people who've been through who've been sexually abused and everything like that, and just figured, hey, let them know. That way, you know, they don't go to a convention and give somebody that they otherwise wouldn't want to give money to. You know what I mean? That's my main thing. It's not like, you know, people can forgive actions and stuff. He obviously served his time and everything, but figured throw that out there. I'm a little disturbed by it, but it's not like it doesn't ruin the movie for me. You know, if anything, it's new joke material, really. But figured just say that. Okay, let's get back to the movie. Let's get off this terrible subject. Not enough for everybody. I like that. He's got acid. Yeah, he's got enough for like barely enough for one person. Like seriously. Oh, they're all so fucked up. Muscles all contorted. I love how their fists are like, their fingers are just like so Stiff and oh god, he looks so sick. It hurts more. Those were his last words. It hurts more than you can imagine. God, this movie's so dark and so black. Once again, not you don't see that though because it's so crazy and so in your face. So see, I love the turn right there. He's more. Freddy's gone, or Freddy is there, but Freddy's possessed now. And I love his jacket. The fuck you. Oh man. That's style right there, man. Hey, a little gold money don't hurt nobody. Oh! Oh! Just fucking hit him in the shoulder. Oh, that foamy mouth. I love this too. They think they have him knocked out. He's dead. You gotta knock him out. I love that. Oh, shit. See, once again, he's feeling pain. I love that. This movie's so insane. Oh, and we're gonna get to Frank here in a few minutes here, but I love this scene. Apparently, Miguel Nuez didn't realize that Don Coffey was gonna slap him a couple times here, just not once. It really surprised him. 1, 2. Shut up! Shut up! Calm down now, Miguel. You're losing it. I love that spinal cord fucking flipping flopping around everywhere. See, right now too, Scuzz should be breaking out, going 10-year-olds. I'm not saying Scuzz should try to be breaking out too. They should be like on both sides, like oh fuck, like two corpses they have to deal with out of nowhere. They really didn't do anything. They just kind of put. It must have been heavy as fuck though, because they dropped it on his foot and it fucking straight broke. It didn't just hurt. Then again, he's not wearing anything too protected. Broke. And I love that too. They were so close. All of them could have got out, but fucking Ernie's fucking foot broke out of nowhere. Son of a bitch. Mother's still running. Son of a bitch. Fuck you. I love that. That's a weird cut. Hey, fuck you. Ugh. Oh, Ernie knows they're dead. You can tell he's just like, oh, fuck. Or at least he is. He's like, fuck. He's like, we really need to be, me and this little lady really should be running out there. He should have told Sabine, like, you know what? She needs to go with you. Watch your ass out there. But another great thing about this movie is Tina here is going to have a horrible last few minutes of her life. Oh shit, but here, oh fuck, that'd be so fucking terrifying. Just have a wall. Just regular people would be scary, but zombies? Would be fucking terrifying. I love this. Give him a shot. Oh, open the door, close it. What they needed to do was drive around, go around, come back in, hit as many as they can, fucking pull up. Miguel needs to be running in the back, being able to open that fucking back seat so they could have ran right in. But panic is seeping in. Pressure makes everything. Everybody can, in hindsight, people can do a lot better. But under pressure, under the gun, in the moment, you might make decisions that you would second guess later. Survival. No. Oh shit, they're everywhere too. Oh, but you broke the barricade, now they can come out. Oh, they're already out. Gotta be more than one way out of a fucking cemetery, right? Why didn't you just mow him down? Then again, he probably would have fucked up his car with that many people. Yeah, just fucking plows these two down. Oh, stupid honky! Another great quote. Just stupid honky. Out there. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I mean, I remember watching this as a kid and I thought, like, holy fuck, how are they gonna get out of this? They're like, what the fuck are they gonna do? Like, I was not expecting this, the ending that we get. I was expecting somebody to make it out. But unfortunately, like I said, hopefully you haven't been watching this commentary before you watch the movie. Nobody makes it out. Oh, I love this scene. Once again, Ernie, or Bert, who knows what happened, knows how to do this, knows what's going on, is decided instead of being a zombie and doing this, he would rather kill himself. And I think people think he's saying forgive me. No, I think he is saying forgive me for killing himself like a Catholic man would, or something like that. But I think because he knows what he's going to do, he's like, all I'm going to do is create more scene, but I think it's done anyway at this point, so I might as well put myself out of the misery. Really good. That's fucked up, once again. They really should have fucking Burn the Flame still going right here. I don't know why you'd only play a little bit and then stop it right there. It's... God damn it. Oh, this another thing is important thing is this movie introduced me to Rocky Erickson. That song right there. So burn the flames. I found another album of his called The Evil One, which is probably my favorite rock and roll album of all time. It's fucking amazing. This movie has led to a lot of great other discoveries and other things that I find to be like my favorite of all time. I love how they got that helicopter shot. It's like, probably got it for a day or two. That one shot of them eating and everything wasn't even a helicopter. It was a crane that they just had some glass right there and made it look like it was a helicopter. Smart filmmaking once again. There's Joel Shepard. What a hottie. She's overacting like a motherfucker right here. Like, then again, you're a girl, like a party girl having to deal with this. Probably would act like that. So, you know, right there. Like, yeah, that's funny. I'm knock his goddamn block off. I love you. I can smell your brains. I had a shirt, a Return Living Dead t-shirt I bought online that said that in the back. I know you're here because I can smell your brains. That was a line my brother I always remember loving. He's like, I can smell your brains. Self again. I love this. Oh, Jesus. What a horrible last few minutes. Her boyfriend that she loves wants to kill her and eat her, and she's with this man, stranger she doesn't know, building she doesn't know, and this is the last few minutes of her life. And I love that, too. People think like that was a weird thing that he was going to kill her. It's like, no, he's considering killing her to put her out of the misery. Like, oh, to do her a favor, really. Very, nice of Ernie. That's why I don't see him as a Nazi. Like, he's just like a World War II buff. Like, some World War II buffs really don't understand how it looks when they get the Nazi stuff. I understand. It's, it's just historical shit, and it's very interesting, but it's like, well, if you're not into it, you look like you're just a Nazi. Why didn't Tarman, like, totally devour his brains? These zombies are a little odd. It's like, oh, I'll have one bite. I'll leave the rest for the other guys. They're like fucking hippie commune fucking zombies. Which would be a funny thing, because it's like a Reagan era kind of thing. Holy shit, we discovered another layer here. Clue fucking killing the scene. Like a dozen men are there.
Looked a bunch of people in the cemetery who are stark staring mad
You're like, what the fuck did you just say? Is he bumbling? I've had a few drinks, people. Give me a fucking break. The hell out of here. Please! There's a lot of noise out here. No shit. Freeze or blow your fucking brains out! Oh shit. It pulls his head off, yeah. There's Linnea. And I love it. Yes. I love how her mouth extends. Like, I can barely hear out of that phone, buddy. Like, tell me. Okay. Oh, Miguel has the sledgehammer. Your sledgehammer. It was the sledge. It worked better. They died better that way. Sorry. What are you doing? He's calling the number of the tank, dumb bitch. Oh boy. We were just God damn, like I said, it really only felt like 45 minutes, and here we are. We only got another 8 minutes left. With credits too, so like 4 minutes really. Oh, this guy? Fuck, I forgot to mention. He was in Halloween Part 3. He's the guy who's like, I'm a local boy here. It was nice here until Mr. I forgot his name, fuck. Some Irish name, whatever. But yeah, then they kill him. He's like, I didn't say anything. Took all the jobs. Why don't you guys... Now, on the fan page that I'm a fan on Facebook of this movie, someone pointed out they've never realized how horrified she looks, and I was like, damn, you're right. She knows what's going on. She's horrified. She's like, oh my god, the tanks, and he's saying they cracked, they hatched. Oh my god. She's like, oh no. Very scary to see her reaction actually now.
Really?
See, subtle shit. God damn this movie. Mr. Tarantino, please watch this film. Give it a shot. God damn it. Come over to my house. We'll have some beers. We'll have some whiskey. Smoke some weed. Have some corn. Popcorn. And we'll watch this fucking movie, you know? I'm not putting that out there. Come on. Watch the movie with me. Alright, now here's something funny right here. If you notice, it's making printing sounds, but it's not moving. The paper isn't fucking moving. It's just printing out the same fucking spot. Ugh, that's hilarious. HG. Too bad it was in GH for Good Hank. Easter eggs. See? Nothing's moving. God damn, those printers made some noise, didn't they? Louisville, Kentucky. Speaking of Kentucky, I'm drinking, I didn't even tell you guys, I forgot to tell you. I'm drinking Wild Turkey Bourbon. Kentucky straight whiskey. Good shit. Way better than 101. Got some fucking flavor. Contingency plan. Oh, boy. Sir. See, oh yeah, now let's get to this. The first time I watched this movie, I was not expecting this. I was like, they're gonna blow him up? I was like, are they gonna blow him up, Steven? And he's like, yeah, they're gonna fucking blow him up. I was like, but they're not zombies. He's like, they don't care. They just want them to take care of the problem. I was like, but won't that... He's like, yeah, exactly. It's just gonna make the chemical go in the air and rain again, and then I guess it really does make it rain, doesn't it? I guess it forces a rain. This chemical makes rain. We could use that in some California then, goddamn. I love that. Yeah, I love that. Stop motion right there. Oh, another thing I just realized. Saw a little documentary about stop motion, or sorry, forced perspective. And this shot right here. Oh, I love that. That scared me as a kid. Oh god, he made it. This is the shot that scared me as a kid, seeing him in daylight. Now, apparently this is all forced perspective, miniatures, and that explosion's a real explosion. The sky's real, everything else is miniatures. And it looks fucking beautiful. Like, wow, the shot looks so fucking good. Like, and they said how much shit they had to do to make that mushroom cloud effect. Amazing. And the movie's over. Fuck. Movie's over. Everybody's dead. And the rain's taking care. You fucking moron. Nimrods. Oh my god. Burning skin. My irritation. There's like the whole fucking city. So everything within 50 miles now is gonna be fucking... oh man. So many other graveyards and other people who are getting exposed to it.
No, sir, this hasn't been very pleasant.
I would have to feel that everybody was going to go anyway because they were exposed to it in the rain. I love this. Unfortunately, in the second one, they didn't go with this idea. They just decided to redo it. They want to do a comedy, basically. Like I said, the second one's okay, but imagine a proper sequel to this. Fucking amazing. Brains. There it is, right there. I love how they highlight some of like the best of the best here. If you like this job, Alan Troutman was Tarman. He did a great job. Oh, another thing. You know the guy that says, "Come in dispatch, send more paramedics." He was in an episode of one of the scary episodes, like great episodes of the Twilight Zone, was the wax figure one, where this guy has a collection of wax figures that are serial killers, and he gets so obsessed with them that he thinks the wax figures are killing the people that are trying to keep him between them. But he's in that. He plays Jack the Ripper. God, I love this little ending right here. Like I said, this movie went by so fast. I mean, I was kind of like, oh god, I was like, I hope I'm kind of entertaining for this. Anytime I do a commentary, I'm kind of like, I got to get in the right mood, because I don't want to be too boring for you guys. I've re-listened to a few, and I'm like, oh god, I sound so goddamn boring. I gotta really step it up. But this movie's so good and so much fun. Like, it's not hard. It's really not hard. Dun, 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 dun. God, the soundtrack, once again, the soundtrack is fantastic. Here we go, back with the Cramps. But yeah, it's great. Let me pull it up. I was just listening before. But yeah, we get Grey 45, Party Time. We also get TSOL, Nothing For You. Love TSOL. It's a great song and a great band. The Flesh Eaters, Eyes Without a Face. Another great one. Rocky Erickson, Burn the Flames. The Damned, Deadbeat Dance. It's on the soundtrack, even though it's not in the new movies. The new versions of the movie. But it's another great song. The Damned's a great band. Take a Walk, the Tall Boys. That's one of my favorite ones, actually. It's like the underrated gem, I think. And then we get Love Under Will, the Jet Blackberries. Good song. Then Tonight We Make Love Till We Die. Just an awesome, cool soundtrack. The tracks and theme, it's... God damn, man. I just wish horror movies were like this more. This, like, let's go at a breakneck speed. Something should be happening. Like, let's not just, like, try to be all artsy all the time. I love artsy shit. I love artsy fartsy shit. Don't get me wrong. But I also love a movie that decides to fucking boom, 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 boom. Like, fuck you. Like, spit in your face. Like, we're doing this now. Oh, guess what? No. You don't get to do that. Everything you think of your own about zombies, you're wrong. God damn, I wish I could talk to you more, but the movie's about to end. I'm White as I. God, I love this movie. Favorite zombie movie of all time. I know you guys are going to kill me for that, but favorite zombie movie of all time. Favorite zombie movie of all time. That's all I can say. White as I here, and you guys have a nice night, and I'll see you in the next one.